Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, the former Houston Cougar, Case Keenum.
And what a career he had for the Cougars. How about over 5,000 yards passing in 3 seasons there, each of 3 seasons? And it hasn't stopped because last year in Minnesota, 2017 for the Vikings, over 3,500 yards, went 11-3 as a starter. He still has the magic.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They go play action here on first down. He's got it, the tight end Jeff Heuerman. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
Let's focus outside on Demaryius Thomas. His numbers were down slightly last year. First time in the last 5 years he didn't top 1,000 yards. But this guy's been to 5 Pro Bowls. And when I think about the evolution of his career, from his time at Georgia Tech where they were running an option offense and he didn't catch much more than bombs, to now being a complete receiver, no reason in my mind to think he won't be over 1,000 yards again in the future.
On second down, here's Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
And defensive tackle Aaron Donald, when you evaluate him, you're looking for flaws. Can't find any. This guy has the ability to single-handedly take over a game. Wrecks it inside, outside. You can't run it against him. And good luck trying to throw it downfield when he's in the face of the quarterback.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Nikel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
Well, one thing's for sure. When you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
There's a toughness about Jared Goff that maybe he doesn't get enough credit for. His freshman year at Cal, team went 1-11. His rookie year with the Rams, he was 0-7 as a starter, undaunted in either case, and has come back each and every time to flash the ability that made him the #1 overall pick in the draft when he came out of Cal.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Sua Craven's up to make the stop. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards. To throw on second down is Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first. On first down, it's Gurley. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And here's a look at the defense for Denver. Chris Harris was named an All-Pro in 2016 for his ability to play in the slot. And as a corner, that's a special skill because now every receiver has what we call a two-way go. They can move inside or outside, and you have to trust your eyes and make sure that they're in the right place. Otherwise, you can get fooled easily in that spot.
All right. Come on out.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A shotgun snap for Gone. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Gone. And that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The drive starts with Devontae Booker, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 3-3 our score. Charles and I back to Denver after this. Back Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Keeps himself upright. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Yeah, very smart play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now gone. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Broncos is Isaiah McKenzie. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. Looking deep for Demarius. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Booker. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And now running right through it. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Here's Goff now on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Goff. They got a man, it's Woods. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Goff. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. Over the middle, complete. It's Woods. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing again is Goff. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Zerline's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Able to fight through one tackle. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams, as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Goff. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got it at the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 71 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Goff now to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Goff now looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points. I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown. Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6. Come on. Come up to 6. A lot of points. So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Returnable for Thomas. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Goff now looks to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well. Gurley again here on first down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Off-play action. Here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, 55 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Keenum. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Matt Longacre in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good. but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Darian Stewart there to bring him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Todd Davis able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the 50, it's Goff. His throw incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be third and forever. Out of the gun, Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now, defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Samson Abukum in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Keenum. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Keenum. Time for a break. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Keenum, got to have this one. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Sanders has it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing on first down is Keenum. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Keenum. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Keenum on 3rd down. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. From the red zone, it's Keenum. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now Keenum again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
McManus's point after is good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing now, Goff. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Rams on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.